I'm talking about 2 games only. 2 games only. First of all, Melbourne, Port Adelaide, MCG Saturday night. It wasn't our best performance. Port Adelaide didn't play their best. They didn't play like the guns that they were the week before against Sydney. Melbourne bought it. Got to give credit to Melbourne. They bought the pressure. They were really good. They pressured us. We made mistakes. They just played us really well and took away our weapons, right? Which is fair enough. They were playing for their season. Everyone understands that. Should we have been better? Yes, we should have been better. But sometimes that's what happens in footy. And Melbourne did give us a red hot go. But at the end of the day, Port Adelaide did what they had to do, and that is win the game. Jason Horne-Francis, the guy is a legend. He just wills his way to win. I reckon he had like 8 disposals in that last 5 minutes of the game. Just in every single contest, he was there. And look, the guy is a star. The guy is a bona fide star. Love what he did. Todd Marshall, look, we love you, Toddy. You're a good kid. You have played well in the past, but just getting concussed every time. I don't know. You can't be getting knocks nearly every second game and then concussed. Like, it's not healthy, and maybe footy's not for you. I don't know. Like, anyway, big credit to Melbourne anyway. As I said, Cozzy Pickett, he was great. Yeah, Melbourne probably not going to make finals now, so they're done. Port Adelaide second. I'm happy. I'm a happy Port supporter. Big game Saturday night, big game, but huge game. Yeah, no, they just did what they had to do. Port Adelaide, got the win, and as I said, second spot. Happy Port supporter, but big game looms. Big game looms. All right, next game we're going to talk about is the other game is the Hawthorn-Carlton game. Now, Hawthorn, far out. How good are Hawthorn? They are a dark horse. We all said Freo were the dark horse. No, Hawthorn are the dark horse. They could cause some real problems in September. They're in the 8 for the first time ever, and Carlton are in their 9th. How does a team from 2nd go to 9th is beyond me. I don't know what to say. There was one player that I'm supposed to mention for Carlton. Getting it out now. Jordan Boyd for Carlton, 0 disposals, 0 everything. So Jordan Boyd, he had a bad day. A real bad day. You were on the ground for 60 minutes and you couldn't get a disposal. That's a sad state of affairs. He had two 1%ers. So there you go, 2 1%ers. But yeah, Jordan Boyd. Carlton, I don't know what to say, man. Carlton, you got a lot of injuries. Yes, you can blame the injuries, but to lose by 74 points to Hawthorn is a disgrace. I feel for Johnny Carlton. I really do. Like he was really upset after the game, and I would be too. Like if you were 2nd on the ladder 6 weeks ago and now you're 9th, I'd be really upset. So yeah, Carlton. I don't know if they go in the finals. They got West Coast this week, and then they got St Kilda with the injuries. They could surely, very possibly miss out. So Hawthorn are flying though. Hawthorn, unbelievable flying. It's hard to see them losing. Like they've just been the informed team for the last 14 weeks or something. So they've had maybe 2 bad games. GWS beat them, and that was at the end, and Geelong, and that's about it really. Since that Port game that we won by 1 point, they've been on fire. So yeah, they're going to be a real threat come September because they're in the 8. I can't believe it. And they got some easy games coming up, North Melbourne and Richmond. So they should easily beat those ones and secure a spot in the 8. So congratulations to Hawthorn. Carlton, I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say. All right, let's do the tips. All right, so next week, round 23. These are my tips, guys. So Essendon versus Sydney on Friday night at Marvel Stadium. Sydney, I'm going to go Sydney. I think they got their mojo back. Heaney looks like he's back to his best. They look really good in that last quarter, and I think it's going to continue on this game. So Sydney by about 25-30 points. Then we go on to Saturday. It is the Gold Coast Suns versus the Melbourne Demons at People First Stadium at the Gold Coast. I'm going to go Gold Coast. Gold Coast always wins at home. Yes, they lost to Brisbane, but Brisbane are an amazing team, and this is going to be another win for Gold Coast. I'm not sure. They could still have a chance to make finals, but very slim chances, I think. Giants versus Freo. Look, the Giants were too good against Brisbane, and I think that they look really good. Freo, on the other hand, yeah, they look a bit out of sorts. It's a must-win game for Freo if they want to stick with that top 4. If they lose the week after, then they might even drop out of the 8. So must-win for Freo. Giants, they want to keep in that top 4. They're going to have to win this one too. But I think the Giants comfortably win by about 30 points. Next game is Saturday Arvo. It is, Twilight game, sorry. Collingwood versus Brisbane at the MCG. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. Look, I like Collingwood at the MCG, but the Lions should bounce back. The Lions have to prove they can win at the MCG. So I'm going for the Lions in this one by about 20 points. The big game. The huge game everyone's talking about. Port Adelaide versus the Crows. The showdown. I'm not sure exactly what number showdown it is. It's 50 or 49 or I don't know. I'm not sure. But huge game. I'll be at this game. Must win for Port. It's a must win for Port Adelaide. Hawthorn beating Carlton has put everyone on notice, and I thought that we made the finals. Port Adelaide and a lot of other teams, their worst case scenarios could drop because they could lose the next 2 games. But guess what, guys? We're not losing. Port Adelaide's not losing, guys. We're going to beat the Crows for the first time in 2 years. And you know what? I was on social media the other night, and Darcy Fogarty comes out from the Crows and says, to cost them, look at this, to cost them, their year would be unbelievable. Who says that? Mate, are you serious? Are you serious? You come out and say that? Mate, thank you for saying that. Gives us more incentive. The other years we've said shit, now you've said shit. So it's going to come and bite you in the ass. Port Adelaide by 40 points. Let's go, Port Adelaide! Next game, St Kilda versus the Cats. I'm going to go... It's at the Marvel Stadium. I reckon Geelong drop this one. I reckon it's going to be the upset of the round. St Kilda get a win against 4th placed Cats. And it's going to spin the whole ladder's going to be spun from that one. So St Kilda versus the Cats. It's going to be a close one. I reckon by 2 points, St Kilda. On Sunday, Bulldogs versus North Melbourne. Bulldogs clearly favourite here. They're at Marvel. But you never know. North Melbourne, they're a good side. If we get the Bulldogs from last week, again, what they did in Adelaide, then North Melbourne have a good chance. But I think the Bulldogs bounce back here. I think they're too good of a team, and they should win comfortably. I reckon 50 points. The next Sunday game is the Hawks versus the Tigers. It is at the MCG. The Hawks are on fire. Richmond are wooden spooners this year. Hawks in a clinic. I reckon 80 points plus for the Hawks. This is the big game. Sunday, Arvo, Eagles. The West Coast Eagles versus the Blues in Optus Stadium. So over there in Perth. It's going to be an interesting game. Carlton have to win, but the Eagles are coming off 2 wins. They are looking good. Carlton got a few injuries, but look, I'm going to go with Carlton. I think they've got too much on the line. They have to win. So, I'm going West Coast. Sorry, guys. West Coast to beat Carlton. You have heard it here first, guys. Eagles by 10 points. Carlton, it's over. The dream is over. Goodbye. Good night. Remember, stay hunky. And come the pair. Come on. Let's do it.